Okay, picture this. The lights are blinding, the crowd is just a roar, and a national championship is hanging in the balance. It's Indiana versus Miami, the biggest game of the year. But right in the middle of all that action, a storm starts brewing, and it's all about one coach, one player, and one incredibly controversial hit. And there it is. That's Indiana's head coach, Curt Cignetti, just unloading on the officiating crew during his halftime interview. You can almost hear the raw frustration in that quote, can't you? He's not just a little annoyed, he is absolutely furious. And that's the real head-scratcher, isn't it? I mean, his team is winning. They're shutting out Miami 10-0. They are just one half of football away from a potential national title. So why on earth is he using that precious halftime interview to go after the refs? Well, let's dig into it. To really get why the coach is so angry, we've got to rewind the tape. We're going all the way back to the first quarter, to one single moment that really set the tone for this whole first half. All right, so here's the scene for you. It's 3rd and 4, the game is still tied at 0. Every single yard feels critical right now, and all that pressure is mounting on Indiana's quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. So the play starts off looking pretty standard. Mendoza takes the snap, he hands the ball off to his running back, and at that point, his job in the play should basically be over, right? But he doesn't just check out, nope. He keeps moving, pushing forward, looking to throw a block downfield. He's staying in the play, trying to spring his guy for a big gain. He's all in. And that's when it all happens. Miami's defensive back, Jakobe Thomas, just comes flying in like a missile and completely levels Mendoza, sending the quarterback straight to the turf. And no flag, nothing. The game moved on, but man, the debate was just getting started. Did the officials just completely whiff on a critical penalty? Was this a textbook, clear-as-day case of targeting? Let's take a closer look. So this right here is the rule at the very heart of the controversy. Targeting. It's a rule designed specifically to protect players from these dangerous head-first hits. And when you watch the replay, it sure looks like Thomas led with the crown of his helmet, a huge part of that rule. And this is where things get really interesting. You have this massive difference of opinion. On the field, the officials let it go, saw nothing wrong. But up in the booth, ESPN's rules analyst, a guy who used to be a referee himself, he didn't hesitate. He said flat out, it should have been a targeting call. And this is why it's such a huge deal. If that flag is thrown, it's not just a small penalty. Indiana gets 15 yards and a fresh set of downs, which could totally change their drive. But even bigger than that, Miami loses a key defensive player, Jakobe Thomas, for the rest of the national championship game. The impact of that no call is just enormous.
So the controversy is one thing, but what happened right after, how the player at the center of all this, Fernando Mendoza, actually responded, well, that might be the most telling part of this whole story.
Just look at this. Mendoza picks himself up off the turf, and he's not just shaken up, he's actually hurt. The camera zooms in, and you can see he's got a bloody lip. So does he go to the sideline to get checked out? Not a chance. And apparently this is just who this kid is. He is defined by his toughness. This isn't the first time he's taken a massive shot in a big game, and his response is always the same. Get up, shake it off, stay in the game, and find a way to win. So let's just connect the dots here. The hit, which probably should have been a penalty, goes uncalled. Mendoza, bloody lip and all, refuses to leave the game, and then just a couple plays later, he leads his offense right into field goal range. They didn't just shrug it off, they turned that adversity into the first points of the championship game. And that brings us right back to where we started, that fiery halftime interview. All of these different threads, the hit, the missed call, the gritty response from the player, they all get woven together into this incredibly intense, high-pressure moment at halftime. Just think about all the moving parts here. Indiana's got the lead, which is great, but their coach is furious, feeling like his star player is a sitting duck out there. Then you have Miami. They're down 10, and just to make things worse, they literally doinked a field goal off the upright right before the half. The margin for error is razor thin. And that's the question we're all left with, isn't it? In a game this big, with a national title on the line, does a single missed call just change one drive, or does it change the entire feel of the championship? Does it light a fire under one team and get in the heads of the other? It's a question that's just hanging over everything as we head into the second half.